Hi guys, actually I am not prepared for this session. Still I am trying. So, uh, today my topic is terminal server. The main key points is what is terminal server, why we use terminal server, installation and configuration, licensing and activation, and troubleshooting and FAQ. So first, what is terminal server? Uh, Everyone we know what is terminal server. Still, the terminal server TS or remote desktop services is a very important role of Windows Server through which we can connect multiple users over LAN and WAN to access different type of applications and services. So now there are three terms: terminal server TS, remote desktop services RDS, and Windows virtual desktop WVD. So Windows Server 2008 and older, it is called terminal server TS, and after 2020 2008 R2 and newer, it is called RDS. Now in Azure it is called WVD. This is the new technology, new term, Windows virtual desktop. So in PaaS platform as a service, WVD can replace the RDS for the following features. As we know, TS and RDS is very cost effective, like OS cost, CAL license cost, office license cost, and maintenance cost, etc. And TS is not a friendly as WVD, and there has some limitation in the profile features and others. Slowness, and it is also slowness rather than WVD. So what is WVD in short? In Azure we need to create VM server and install Windows 10. Think about that. The Windows 10 is not a normal Windows 10. It is called Windows 10 multi-session operating system and enable WVD. It will give user-friendly environment and same looks and features as like Windows 10. We can use AD credentials also in WVD, and Microsoft will provide URL to access WVD from remotely, like from desktop, laptop, thin client, etc. So now the WVD infrastructure is uh, this is for WVD, okay, and it has same components like the terminal server, like broker, web access, gateway, diagnostic, and management. There is something difference as the technology has been changed. Installation: there are two ways to install RDS. One is quick deployment and another is role based custom installation. As RDS as RDS is a role, first we need to install the operating system, then open the server manager, then click on add role and features, then select role, then select role based and features based installation, then select server, then select remote desktop services, then select remote desktop gateway, remote desktop licensing, and RD session host only. So if we installed standalone RDS server, then this three component is enough for the terminal server. If we have other RDS for load balancing, then select the connection broker. And if you want to access RDS on browser, select RDS for web and click installation, and it will automatically be installed and rebooted if required. So RDS component, there are main RDS components. You can find that components in the dashboard. So first is RD web access. As we know earlier that if we use the terminal server in a web browser, then we can use RD web, and its need RD gateway to communicate the session host to the users, or the terminal server to the users. And the RD licensing, to configure to activate the licensing, we need that component. And RD connection broker, as we earlier know that it's the connectivity between RD session host with the others component. And if there is another remote desktop server configured as a load balancing, it will connect. If one server is down, then it's automatically redirect to the other servers. So the main part is licensing and activation. As we know, there are mainly two type of licensing. One is device cal and another is user cal. So in general we will use the user cal. The main difference between device cal and user cal, it's depend on the users, and device cal is depends on the device. Means if we configure the terminal server as a device cal, then it will be fixed for the device. Anyone can see the device and access the terminal server with the different user ID. But here the user cal is depending on the user's profile only. So first we need to purchase the RDS cal license, then we just put the license information and activate the server. To activate the server, we need to open the server manager, then click on tools, then click on remote desktop services, then click on license manager, then activate the license. To see the activation, click on the to see the activation status, click on the RD license diagnoser here. Sometimes we can see that there is an error in the activation. So if there is any issue in the session host license diagnoser part and user is unable to log in, then we need to do the following configuration. Then we need to edit the group policy. Open the gpedit.msc in the terminal server, then computer configuration, then administrative templates, then Windows component, then remote desktop services, then licensing. Then you will find a script or policy. So use the specific remote desktop licensing server. Click on edit, right click on that policy, then click on edit and set the server license type and the quantity as well. Then click on save, then restart your computer. The main part is troubleshooting part. Most of the TAs uses the most of TAs issues are license issue. As we know, to check the license status to the license, diagnoser part, and unable to log in to the TS, etc., and redirect printer and printing issue. So in the second video I will show you what it, I will show you what type of issues may arise for the terminal server. So the main point I discussed: what is terminal server, why use terminal server, installation and configuration, licensing and activation, troubleshooting and FAQ. Thank you.